Today we study about the remaining topic of air pollution, that is effects of air pollution and control of air pollution. Effect of air pollution. Physiological effects of toxic pollution on living beings can be of two types: acute effects and chronic effects. Acute effects are immediate but short-lived. They occur when the victim is exposed to a high concentration of toxic pollutants for a short period. Example: we experience headache while traveling on busy road. This is due to exposure to CO released from transport vehicles. Acute effects results when a pollutant is released in abnormally large quantities. Accidental release of poisonous methyl isocyanide pesticide plant in Bhopal. And chronic effects. Chronic effects due to short-term exposure for a long period. Effects appear after months or years. Example: exposure or sulfur dioxide may give rise to chronic bronchitis, pulmonary fibrosis, or exposure to cold dust give rise to blocking. Then the effects of air pollutants on health. Since the air pollutants are inhaled, they attack various parts of respiratory system on their route to air sacs. Once they reach the blood, they circulate throughout body, reach to target organs. Sulfur dioxide is a major contributor to lung diseases. It causes irritation to nose and mucous lining and also exhibit shortness of breath. Long-term exposure may result in respiratory diseases like chronic bronchitis, aggravated asthma, pulmonary fibrosis, and increased stress on heart. The exhaust of buses, trucks, and two-wheelers cause eye and lung irritation. This is due to oxide of nitrogen. Inhalation in large amount may give rise to internal bleeding, pneumonia, and cancer. High concentration of carbon monoxide slow down physical and mental activity and may cause as agitation, heart and brain damage. Ozone and trioxyacetyl nitrate, that is PAN, PAN have remarkable degree of biological activity. Even very small concentration of PAN or ozone causes irritation of eyes. Ozone causes cough, headache, weakness and difficulty in breathing, dry throat and constriction of respiratory passages, and weakens the lung tissues. Fumes of toxic metals like lead, mercury, zinc and manganese, as well as oxides of antimony, arsenic, copper, etc. are extremely harmful. Lead damages brain of young children and can cause death. In adults, it affects kidney, blood and liver and can impair the functioning of nervous system. Asbestos, fine fibers of sugarcane, cotton, flax and hemp, etc. cause respiratory problems. Along term inhalation may cause respiratory diseases known as pneumoconiosis. Air is also polluted due to smoking. Lung cancer, various respiratory and cardiac problems are linked with smoking. Then effects of air pollutants on plants. Air pollutants cause severe damage to the plant because gases such as sulfur dioxide, nitrous oxide, ozone and PAN enter the leaves through stomata and adversely affect important metabolic processes as photosynthesis, respiration, transpiration, as well as overall plant performance. Pollutants can also break down the waxy coating of leaves that helps to prevent excessive water loss and damage from diseases, drought and frost. Air pollutants are strong oxidants can bring about significant changes in plant cell chemistry. The general effects of pollutants on plants are damage to leaves, inhibition of photosynthesis, reduced nutrient uptake, leaching of plant nutrients in soil, release of poisonous metabolites that are normally bound to soil, killing of essential microorganisms in the soil. Sulfur dioxide responsible for foliar injury, necrosis, margin and tip burning, chlorosis, defoliation, suppression of overall growth, reflection in food production, etc. Major damages to vegetation have been observed in industrial areas. Particulate matter such as cement, coal, petrocoke, dust and fly ash choke the light intensity and thus change its quantity and quality. Dust plugs stomata and decreases exchange of gases. Ozone causes chlorosis, spotted leaves due to oxidation, burning of leaf tips, early leaf fall, reduction of growth and yield. Ozone harms leafy vegetables, field crops, fruits and forest trees. Tobacco is highly sensitive to ozone. Mosses and lichens are highly sensitive long pollutants and get severely damaged even by low levels. The highly sensitive nature of lichens, mosses and other plants have been used to indicate pollutant level. Such plants are transferred to as bioindicators of air pollution. Thus, severe effects of acid rain on aquatic life has been observed. Then the effect of air pollutants on materials. Most air pollutants are reactive chemicals so that they react with most of the substance around. Particulate matter erode the buildings. Soot and tar stick to building stones, pointed surfaces, and is difficult to remove. Hydrogen sulfide reacts with metallic prints and varnishes them as forming metallic sulfides. It also tarnishes silver, wearing and jewelry. Sulfuric acid reacts with metals and their weak salts and forms corresponding sulfides. Taj Mahal is corroded from sulfur dioxide emitted by Mathura Oil Refinery, Mathura. Then the effect of air pollutants on weather. Dust, smoke, and other suspended particulate matters reduce visibility. Fly ash also affects visibility by intercepting and scattering solar radiations. Certain aerosols such as sulfuric acid mist, ammonium sulfate mist, and water vapors influence the vertical temperature profile in atmosphere, which affect the mixing, dispersal, and buildup of pollutants are observed. Also affects cloud formation and weather. Then the control of air pollution. In advanced countries, emission of industrial smoke has been greatly reduced through improved design of industrial burners and combustion equipment. Second, air pollution can be minimized if there is a switch over from the use of fossil fuels to the use of natural sources of energy, example, sunlight, water, wind, and tidal power. This will also conserve our resources of fossil fuels. Third control measure, cotton dust should be kept below the safety level in textile mills. And fourth one, method of treating the poisonous gases contained in the automobile exhaust treated chemically before they are given out into the atmosphere have been invented or being tried. These are some of the control measures of air pollution. Thank you.